ladies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Shabu. I'm Unique here. And first, for the record, let me say this. All of my videos that I had previously on YouTube, I did save them all to my iCloud, but for some reason they will not download back into my phone. So therefore I cannot post them on YouTube, which was like really my original plan to do, because I was going to try and download a video each day, so that way I can have some momentum coming back over here. But obviously it's not for the work out that way, so I'm gonna have to basically tell all these stories over again. And since I posted that video on TikTok yesterday, telling y'all a little bit about myself at different ages and stuff like that, people have been requesting my first time. They want to know what happened and blah blah blah, so let's talk about it. Okay, so let's see. At the time, I was in Mandeville, Louisiana, and there's this street called Florida Street, if you don't know it. My aunt happened to stay off of Florida Street, and they had a house that was like up by the highway in front of her house, but you had to walk from that house to hers, because there was some distance in between the two. And it was summertime, and when I tell you this day, it was hot. It was hot. I mean, just to step outside your door, it was freaking hot. And I mean, sweat was just everywhere. So me, my cousins, and then one of their cousins, not my cousin, but one of their cousins, we were like, it's so hot and stuff, and we were up to like, we're fit to go get wet. And back in the day when we were kids, we got wet with the water hose because we didn't have pools, so it was the water hose. That was how you got wet. So, that still sounds so cliche. Oh my gosh. But anyway, there was a set of car seats that was up the road from my aunt's house by that other house in the front. And we drug the water hose from my aunt's house all the way up there to those seats, because we were like running around in the field in between the houses, spraying each other with the water hose. And even though it was like hot as crap outside, that freaking water was like ice cold. It was freaking cold. Like, I'm up to like, how the hell am I so hot, but yet I'm freezing when this water touched me? And it was just like crazy. So me and my cousins, as I said, we were like running around through the field and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, me and their cousin happened to sit on those car seats trying to run away from them because that water was cold, like I said. So we were trying to run away from them and hide on those car seats. And I'm up to like, now I think about it, I'm up to like, we were so dumb because it's car seats. Who not gonna see you in a car seat? So it was just like, we're there sitting on the car seats. And all of a sudden, my cousin, she just ran over, and I mean, she put that water hose, and I mean, directly on us. And so it was like their cousin kind of like grabbed me. And when she grabbed me, she started hugging on me and stuff like that. And I guess she was doing that because of body heat. And mind you, I'm 11, okay? Their cousin was older than me. She was 16. So she knew a bit more about body heat and all that kind of stuff, so she knew to grab me. But as I said, I was 11. I didn't know no better, but she did grab me, and she was basically doing the body heat thing. And it was like I started holding on her because I'm up to like, geez, like, even though this water is cold, like, she's super warm. That's what it started hitting me, that's probably why she was doing that. So all of a sudden, it was like she had got up. And when she got up, my cousin started spraying her sister with the water hose. And so their cousin grabbed my hand, and we ran on the side of the house that was up, across the roadway from those seats. And mind you, that house was facing Florida Street, which is like the main highway over there in Mandeville. And like if you were on that road like passing by, you could see directly what was going on at that house. But there was like a couple trees in front of it, so it did have like some kind of privacy in front of that house, but anywhere else like you could really see around that house. And anywho, like she grabbed my hand and we ran over there by the house, and I want to say we were like right there by that first tree, and so you really couldn't see us from the highway. And it was like she grabbed me and she pushed me on her, because it was like she was against the house, and then she grabbed me, so to speak, by the arms and pulled me in front of her. And when she did that, she started kissing me. Now, kissing, I was used to. You know, I had my first kiss at 6. So the kissing stuff, I was used to. I knew about it, whatever. And when I say I was used to kissing, let me be honest and say this. Like, I used to get in trouble for kissing in school. Like, I used to talk to this girl named Lillian. We had basically, like, how could you say, like an in-school kind of like relationship, because it was like everywhere I went she was there. And when we were like in the first grade we used to always, like after class, meet in like this it was a pathway, it wasn't a hallway, it was a pathway, and we had a pavilion up, and we would always meet, you know, in that little pavilion area, and we'd always kiss right there. And it was like one day the teacher had caught us and we got in trouble. You know, I got paddled. I don't know what happened to her, but I got paddled. And then they also gave me detention because of it. They gave her detention too, but I don't know if she got paddled, but I did. So yeah, I knew of kissing. So when she started kissing me, like, I kissed her back. And it was like all of a sudden she went in my shorts and she pulled my stuff, you know, and she just put me inside of her. And I didn't know what to think, because, you know, mind you, I didn't know nothing about this, whatever. But it was just like she grabbed it and she just put it inside of her, and she just told me to go back and forth. So I'm like, okay. So I'm doing it or whatever, and then she was like, "Are you okay?" And I told her, I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." But the only thing that was going through my head, I was like, "Man, this is hot," and not saying hot like, you know, that moment was hot. I'm saying it was hot, like, as far as temperature. Like, that was the only thing going on in my head. I'm about to, like, this is just hot. I wasn't really focused on, you know, this. I was more focused on the heat that was coming from her stuff. So, yeah, like, we were just over there doing it. And then all of a sudden, one of my cousins came over and she saw us, and I saw that she saw us. So I kind of like freaked out. And when I freaked out, like, their cousin, she kind of grabbed me and kept me on her. And so we were still there doing what we were doing. But then all of a sudden, my cousin, she went and grabbed her sister. And when she grabbed her sister, they both came back over. And so they saw what we were doing, and mind you, both of them are older than me too. I think all of them were like in the same age range. I think their cousin and one of my cousins were both 16, and then the other one was a couple years younger than her sister. She was like a couple or a year younger than her. But yeah, it was like both of them caught us. And all of a sudden, one of them was looking like, "Oh, I'm finna go tell mama, y'all over here doing this and da-da-da-da." But mind you, I didn't know what that was. So, when they said that they was getting ready to go tell, my cousin pushed well, the girl pushed me off of her. And I started pulling up my clothes because I'm up to like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I got my behind whooped enough as a kid. So I'm like, I ain't trying to get in trouble. So I'm trying to fix my shorts and stuff like that. And the girl, she fixed her bathing suit. And my cousins was running into the house. And so we ran behind them. And I stopped, running because I was up to like, I don't want to get in trouble. So what I did was I stopped in mid-track and I turned back around and went right back to that side of the house. But the girls ran back to the house, and it was like when they ran back to the house, all of a sudden I heard my name get called. So I'm like, oh man, like I'm in trouble. I'm finna catch a whooping. So I'm already tensed up and trying to cry and stuff like that, trying to look all sympathetic. And I finally got into the house, and when I got into the house, I heard the girl catching a whooping. And so I'm really freaked out at this time. I'm like, oh man, like I'm fit to get, man, I don't want to catch no whooping. And like that was the only thing going through my head. But my mom had called me and she told me to come and sit down on the side of her. And my auntie was up in the room whooping no girl. So it's like, I'm already tensed up and I'm just sitting there, my hands like this and I'm kind of shaking. And my mama, she was up to like, so Darius, what was you doing? And I was up to like, and I told her, I said, well, that girl just pulled me on her, and she put my stuff inside of her and we, it was that. I didn't know how to describe it. So she just put me inside of her and she told me to do this. And, that's what happened. And my mama, being the person she is, she was up to like, how was it? Like, I'm seriously thinking I'm gonna get my ass whooped, and then all of a sudden she just shocked me talking about how was it. And the first thing come out my mouth, I was like, it was hot. And she giggled and she was up to like, it was hot. And I said, yeah, it was hot. Like, it was real warm. And then all of a sudden she was up to like, high five, son. So it's like I high fived her and then nothing happened. I'm up to like, so I'm not fit to catch a whooping. Like, that was the only thing playing in my head. I never caught a whooping for it. And then all of a sudden my auntie, she came out the room after she whooped old girl. And it was like she had came in to the living room, which me and my mom was in there. And she looked at my mom and she was up to like, you're not going to whoop her? And my mama, she was up to like, hell no, I'm not fit to whoop my son. So, like, she kind of got pissed off with my mom and my mom noticed it. And so when she got in her feelings about the situation, my mom, I guess she didn't want to feel uncomfortable being at the house or whatever. So she was up to like, she said, well, come on, son, get your stuff and let's roll out because whatever. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much my first time I got caught. So yeah, that's my story. But let me go and get my day started. I just wanted to come on and do this video for you guys. So I'll see you on the next go round, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also hit that notification bell so you'll know whenever I do make some posts on here. Whenever that is. But I'll end this like I always do on my TikTok live. Love, hugs, and kisses. Double shots, no misses. Mwah.